I want to react to Bleacher Report's top 100. I seen it drop. I don't know the order or nothing like that. I want to go through it myself and, you know what I'm saying, see what it's looking like. You know, they dropped their top 100 before the season start. So if I was an NBA player, I'm not gonna lie, I'll take this very, very, very personal, chat. You know what I'm saying? Because now I get to see my ranking right before the season starts. So now, if I'm ranked a little too low, okay, that's my motivation going into the season. If it's high, now that's my motivation going into the season, keeping it high. Welcome to Bleacher Report's top 100 NBA player rankings for the 2025-2026 season. The following list isn't built on advanced analytics, complex formulas, or AI assistance. Instead, it's driven by the collective instincts of our human panel. Talk about Bleacher Report's human panel. So hopefully we can rely on y'all, Bleacher Report. Every voter involved in our project ranked their personal top 100 players entering the season, applying their own criteria, but with a shared focus, players who will compete at the most elite levels right now, and players who impact winning on a star level. From there, we tallied everyone's votes. All right, man, let's get into this top 100. First things first, the goal today is not to predict the future with the end of season projections or even to reward past accomplishments. The mission is to capture the league's true pecking order as the season tips off for Game 1 on Tuesday, October 21st. Okay, I figure. That's why the following players, all sidelined with the most significant injuries, were not up for consideration, which is pretty obvious. Jason Tatum is out for the year. Damian Lillard is out for the year. Tyrese Halliburton is out for the year. Well, Jason Tatum might come back at the end of the season. Dame is out for sure. Tyrese is out for sure. Fred is out for sure. I hate Fred is out, bro. Fred VanVleet injury hurt me the most because he just got injured, bro, and I had high hopes for the Rockets. So I hate seeing Fred injured, man. He out for the whole year most likely. DeJounte Murray, I don't know. I don't know the update on his. I think he coming back this season. Kyrie Irving will be back around Christmas time, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see Kyrie come back this season. Tyler Herro, I didn't know he was injured. Make the playoffs, man. Zion Williamson got all of us hyped because we ain't seen him this fit in a minute. Like Zion Williamson, like no gay stuff. He looked real good, bro. Like he's lean. You can tell he been in that lab this summer, getting right. So like, hopefully we can see that transition to the court, and hopefully he can stay healthy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if Zion Williamson if he don't sustain any like major injuries this season, I'll really be super happy for him, bro. I really want to see. I'm tired of seeing, damn, Zion always injured. I'm tired of saying that. Like, I don't want to be the one saying it. I want to be this one saying, like, damn, Zion finna get an MVP. I know Zion got that potential, bro. He was so hyped up. Like, my sophomore year in high school, bro. Zion was so hyped up, bro. He was doing some crazy stuff, too. So, I know he got the talent. Jaren Jackson Jr., he's here on this list. Kind of high up, though. What y'all think? Jaren Jackson a little high up, but I get it. As far as a two-way player, he is one of the best. But I do like him there in Memphis. I just don't think he can be that second option. I don't know. He's not a bad player. But if Memphis could get a legit second option that could score 25 and just let Jaren be Jaren, I think that team would be a lot better. But as far as defending the rim, stretching the floor out, Jaren Jackson is one of the best four-mans in the league. He can play the 5 too. How tall is Jaren Jackson? Like 6'10"? Can't remember. But Domantas Sabonis. It's not a bad spot for Domantas. I don't really got nothing bad to say about Domantas. One of the best rebounders in the NBA for sure. And one of the best passing big men in the NBA. He always been one of those underrated players, but it's just because there's so much talent in the NBA. He's not a bad player, though. It's just a lot of talent in the NBA. Seriously. And he's so efficient from the three because he don't shoot a lot of threes. He can shoot more threes, though. Not going to lie. And he might need to get out of Sacramento. I'm not going to lie. Like, I be forgetting he that young because he look a lot older than what he is. 29 years old. He might need to get out of Sacramento. Bam Adebayo with Miami. not a bad spot, you know, especially since we all know how good of a defender Bam is, and he can pretty much defend a lot of positions, especially as a center. Like he can, you know, he can guard some forwards too. I ain't gonna necessarily say Bam can guard guards, but he can guard some guards, not all guards. And yeah, I like Bam. I just think Bam isn't really a center. I think Bam will be better at the 4. Like if they can get, and they do got a young center there in Miami, Kyle Ware. I think he their next center, man. I think Bam at the 4 is more of a natural fit. But I like him there with Tyler, man. I hope they can keep building together. I hope they don't mess up that duo. Hope Bam and Tyler can, you know, continue to be that 1-2 punch in Miami. Joel Embiid. Okay, Joel Embiid still getting his respect, even though he was, you know, not really there last season for his team. But we know we know what he's capable of, man. He won the 2023 MVP, and he got the talent to get it again. He is super dominant. I'm not gonna lie, like he's just like Anthony Davis to me. When they are healthy, they literally are top 5. I feel like they can be top 5. Just how well they can play, but. Yeah, I really want to see Joel Embiid healthy this season. No cap. Pascal Siakam. Wow. It's probably because he made the finals last season, so let's pay him his respect. But sheesh, he's kind of high up on the list. 20 points per game. I do think that was a good move for Indiana. He's a very good second option for Tyrese. Or you can really say number 1 scoring option. He can do it all, though. He do it all for Indiana. I ain't gonna lie. He really do it all. James Harden. I think James Harden is one of those players I be feeling so iffy about. Like, it's like I like James Harden a lot, but when it comes to like the playoffs, I don't. Like he don't. It's like he just don't show up. Like you know he not gonna show up in the game 7. I hate that. It's weird. It's like game 7 coming up. You know James Harden gonna flop. He does it every time. It's weird, but. I do think he got the perfect situation here in LA. He can really just be that point. We know he loves to pass the ball. You know, the team this deep, he probably gonna average 10 assists at least. He gonna average 10 assists at least. He one of the best playmakers in the NBA. And we know what he did in Houston, man. Like, we know his history. So like you know, we know where Harden lands on the Hall of Fame. He's definitely a Hall of Fame player. And he still got a lot in the tank. Honestly, at least a couple more years in the NBA. Trae Young. Like I said, man, I think him and Kristaps Porzingis will be very good together. His team has been upgraded. They also picked up Nickeil Alexander from Minnesota. I think this team needs to make the playoffs. And I think Trae Young needs to cement himself as a playoff team. I mean, a playoff player. That's what I'm trying to say. He's already had good playoff performances, but he needs to be in the playoffs more. You know what I mean? I want to see Trae Young in the playoffs every season. He's that talented to be in the playoffs every season, so he needs to be in the playoffs every season. You feel me? And he's in the East, so it's definitely possible. Elper Sengun. They got Elper Sengun pretty high on this list, and I like it. Not gonna lie, last season I used to always say, y'all, he was my favorite Rocket last season. He's a very impressive player to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he really is a baby Jokic. Very impressive passer at the center. Got a post game. You know what I'm saying? Got a little mid-range game. He just needed work on that 3-point shot. Like, if he could stretch the floor out, he'd be a lot better. But he's just so good at playing that hub role and just doing, you know, handoffs, screens, rolls. He don't really need to shoot the 3. So, especially with KD there now, man, he don't need to shoot 3 at all now. But he is very, I ain't gonna lie, I see a lot of potential in Sengun. Like, by the time he's 28, he's gonna be so polished. He's gonna be better than Domantas Sabonis. Like, that's how good I think he'll be. For sure. Jaylen Brown. I think this is not a bad spot. It's gonna be a different year for Jaylen Brown though, because Jason Tatum should be out most of the season, meaning a lot of the scoring capabilities will be on the hands of this man right here, Jaylen Brown. And he definitely capable of doing it, but like, it's gonna be different with him. It's gonna be different for him playing without JT. It's a guy that, like, his whole team is pretty much different He still got Derek White, but that's about it. Like KP gone, Drew Holiday gone, JT's injured, so you running with a whole nother like rotation now. Anthony Simons there now, like so he's got to get adapted to his new squad, and I think he'll be alright. Jaylen Brown's still gonna be Jaylen Brown, but it is a different scenery for Jaylen Brown for sure. He should average more points per game. Paolo Banchero, this is a good spot for a young guy like him. He tied at 19 with who? Who Paolo tied up with? Kawhi Leonard? That's a good tie for Paolo. I ain't gonna lie, that ain't bad. I do expect a lot out of Kawhi. A lot of positivity because it's been a long time since Kawhi ended the season healthy. He ended last season healthy, so like, that's a plus. He came into this season healthy. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of hopes for the Clippers, and they deep. You know what I mean? You look at their roster; they got the oldest roster in history. So it's like, it's very obvious what this team is trying to do. Kawhi is trying to win the championship with the Clippers, and we see him win one with the Toronto Raptors. So it's definitely possible. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened yet. So I don't got a lot of hope for the Clippers winning the championship, but I still do like Kawhi. Karl-Anthony Towns. Like I said, bro, since he got to New York, man, it's like he been on a mission. 24-12. Holy moly. He's still showing 42% from the three. Probably the best shooting big man we got in the league right now. I'm telling you. Cat is a 3-level scorer at the center for sure. Very talented. I like him with Jalen Brunson. That pick and roll, pick and pop. Elite. What we got next? Jimmy Buckets. Now Jimmy's only here because of his past playoff experiences. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Jimmy only turned up for us in the playoffs, which is okay, but it's like, damn, Jimmy, do something in the regular season. Do something. But I like Jimmy a lot. I think him going to the Warriors was needed at the time. Like, damn, talking too much. But yeah, Jimmy was really needed at the time. The Warriors got Jimmy, so I'm glad the Warriors got Jimmy. And I do think Jimmy is doing a really good job at honoring that second option role. Like, he knows Steph Curry the number one option, and he know where he fits in. Like, he's playing his role amazing. I think this team would be a lot better this season because once he got over there, they became one of the best defensive teams immediately. So I think now them starting the season off with Jimmy Buckets, the Warriors will look a lot better this season, start to finish. And they'll be a very good defensive team. They picked up Al Horford, so that'll help. They got more size now. I like the Warriors now. I ain't gonna lie, the Warriors a little better. They just kind of old, like the Clippers. Devin Booker. We know what Devin Booker capable of. One of the best just pure bucket getters we got. I still do think he is the best. He one of the best two guards. I ain't gonna lie. I still like to say he probably the best two guard still. Anthony Edwards is right there though. You can say Anthony Edwards is the best two guard too, but Devin Booker been the best two guard for the longest, man. He can score the hell out the ball, and he's been taking more of that playmaking role over there in Phoenix. So like, I like Devin Booker, and I just like how loyal he is to Phoenix too. I think that make him a better player too. Make him a good player. We know he's not leaving Phoenix. That's fire. I'm not gonna lie. Jalen Williams is pretty high, but he just won the championship, so like, you gotta respect it. Gotta respect it, man. 6'7" guy that can guard centers. He could play like a guard. I mean, he very versatile. I like Jalen Williams a lot. He real efficient too. He was very good. I feel like he's the second best player over there in OKC. Like, he's better than Chet. So I'm glad they got him over Chet in this list. Evan Mobley, I ain't gonna lie. Evan Mobley is him. I'm not gonna lie. He is him. He gonna have a better. I feel like he gonna have another leap this year too. This offensively, I think defensively he's there already. I'm not gonna lie. Defensively, Evan Mobley already there. But like, I wouldn't even want to take a layup up on Cavs. Like, how do you even go in the paint against the Cavs, bro? But like, offensively, I do think this year he could take another leap. And that's just scary, bro. I'm just going to leave it at that. That's just scary. Cade Cunningham. I'd love to see a Detroit Piston this high up on the list. Almost top 10. But he had a hell of a year last year. He made his first ever All-Star game. And he got the Pistons to the playoffs. I'm not going to lie. Especially with the East being so open this year. Cade can do it again. He can do it again for sure. He just such a rare point guard. 6'7". Like, he can play at his own pace. Almost like a Luka, but we also see him do athletic finishes. Like, I've seen him do a crazy alley-oop finish, too. Like, he got a little bit of athleticism to him. So, as far as a point guard, he's what you would want. Like, an oversized point guard that can run the show. I'm not going to lie, Cade Cunningham is tough. He's going to be better this year, too. Anthony Davis. Like I said, bro, when Anthony Davis is fully healthy, he is top 5 almost. He is super talented and hard to stop, I feel like. What we got next? Kevin Durant. My camp, man. Kevin Durant. I can't believe Kevin Durant this low on the list now. It's only because of age, bro. Because KD still got it like that. Like, KD's still a hooper. He finna hoop this year for Houston. I'm not gonna lie. He probably gonna average close to 30 this year. Without Fred there, probably close to 30. But he is 37, so we gotta, yeah. But I can't believe this is KD's 5th franchise. That's crazy. That is a lot. But, it's KD though, man. KD fit anywhere, so that makes sense. He could be on any team, to be honest. Yeah. Ain't really too much to say about my GOAT. It's kind of hurts to see him this high, but we getting old, so we understand. 37. You 37, though, and you top 11. That's still tough. I ain't gonna lie. Who we got next? Jalen Brunson. I like Brunson a lot, though, so he could be over my GOAT. I really do like Brunson a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Like, one of the clutchest players in the league. Like, you call him Mr. New York now, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I think of Jim Brunson in New York, I think about this every time, nigga. I like Brunson, bro. See him come up clutch a lot. But I just seen Malcolm Brogdon just retired at 32. And look who need an updated landing spot. Ben Simmons. I can see the Knicks picking up Ben Simmons. They already tried to pick up Ben Simmons before, but he ain't won it. But yeah, I like Jalen Brunson a lot, though. I got off topic a little bit. Donovan Mitchell, number 9. So Donovan Mitchell's top 5. I mean, top 10. Okay. I mean, over KD, over Brunson. Okay, I like that. Yeah. I do kind of like that. But I don't know. Over Brunson, though, I feel like these two is real close. So having them back to back is, I don't know about this, y'all. Personally, I might give Brunson the edge over Donovan Mitchell, only because I feel like Brunson is a better playmaker, and I feel like Brunson has had more playoff success. He's gotten deeper. We've seen Brunson come up in the clutch a lot more. I don't know. That's close. I like Donovan Mitchell a lot, though. No knock, but over Jalen Brunson, LeBron James, number 8. They still got LeBron James this high up. He's 40 years old. But he still can do everything. So it's like, it's crazy. Yeah. LeBron can still do everything at this age. It's still crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you averaging dang near a triple double at 40, bro. Chill, Bron. Good. Anthony Edwards. The T-Wolves. Number 7. Okay. I do like this, but like, yeah, I like this. And I think the reason why we seeing him so high on the list is because we know the potential of Anthony Edwards. Like, he has the potential to be the face of the league. Like, every year he's gotten a lot better, man. He's so confident. You know what I mean? Like, we don't see that so often. A lot of players like to be humble, nice, but he's like confident. You know what I mean? Like, he's real aware of what he can do, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need more players like Anthony Edwards. He's super entertaining to watch. Not just on the court, but off the court. Not gonna lie, because he talks a lot of stuff. And he's confident in himself. Not gonna lie, that's tough, bro. Victor Wembananas, San Antonio Spurs. I like it. Number 6. I do think Wemby top 5, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I think Wemby top 5, bro. Just off the potential. Like, his potential is just off the charts. And we've seen the weight he's put on this year off this picture. He's put on some weight. Like, I see him muscling people in the paint like Shaq now. Excuse me. And he's still shooting a 3 like KD. So it's like, man, how overpowered is this guy gonna get? And he's only 21. Holy moly. Stephen Curry, number 5. I like how Steph Curry's still high on the list, where he deserves to be. We know what he's done for the league. And he's the best shooter ever. Like, that's ability he's not going to leave. He's not going to lose that ability until he retires. So, like, he's going to shoot that long ball better than anybody until he retires. That's still crazy to think about. Yeah. Steph Curry deserves to be top 5. Luka Doncic. My second favorite best player, man, NBA, behind KD, is Luka Doncic. Once KD retired, Luka Doncic will be my favorite best player. I do think this is a good spot for Luka, just because I think he can't be 1 or 2. Because I do think he's talented enough to be number 1, right? But he hasn't done enough, right? Shea has done more. I know Shea's probably number 1, number 2. Jokic has done more than him. Jokic probably 1 or 2. And then 3, Giannis. I think Giannis gotta be, those 3 guys gotta be 1, 2, and 3. So he hasn't done more than those 3 yet. But once he gets a chip, he can be above any of those guys. He just needs a chip and an MVP. He doesn't have either of those yet. So once Luka gets an MVP or a chip or both, then we can start talking about Luka being top 3. But I like 4 for Luka right now. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely top 5 though. Luka's definitely a top 5 player in the league. Next, what I say, Giannis. We got Giannis number 3. Which I think is a very good spot for Giannis, just because he hasn't won the chip or MVP in the last couple years, and his team hasn't been winning. But we know what he's capable of. 30 and 11, and with Dame going now, he's probably gonna average 32, and he probably gonna get the MVP. I ain't gonna lie, that's my hot take. That's not even really a hot take. Like, Giannis probably gonna get the MVP this year, based off his roster in Milwaukee and how talented he is. What we got next? SGA, number 2. He just won the MVP. He just won the MVP in the finals last year, and he is still number 2. That is crazy. That's no knock to SGA, but that just shows how talented Nikola Jokic is, man. That just shows how powerful this guy is right here. A center that's averaging 29, 12, and 10 while still being able to shoot 40% from the 3. This guy is just too elite, man. And he don't really care about the MVP like that. It's like the MVP. It's like the NBA. I mean, he don't really care about the NBA like that. Like, the NBA is like a part-time to him. Like, he ready to get the NBA over with. It seems like he's just cold. It's crazy. But that explains why SGA is number 2. Like, SGA probably had the best year he's probably ever gonna have in his NBA career last year, and he's still not number 1. That's insane. You know what I mean? That's just how good Jokic is. Because I don't think, but I don't think SGA gonna have another year like last year. Is he gonna win the MVP and the finals again? It's very much possible, but it's gonna be hard to do again. Okay. But that's the top 100, y'all. That's what I really wanted to do. I definitely need a break after all this talking. But that's crazy to see. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think anybody was really left off that I was expecting to see. The list wasn't all that bad. I kind of voiced what I think should have been moved around, but the top 5 pretty good. I wouldn't mess up the top 5. Top 5 pretty good.